on series here. With a short video, I want to finish up this map here. I started yesterday. I also want to again test out Streamlabs. I'm just looking how much resources Streamlabs will use up for the future when I stream. So I thought I will do another very short video. So the problem yesterday was that I didn't have this command on this map here, so I copied it from another map, and yeah, just want to do this chest, add it to the, like I said, add it to the map, and this chest command, it is in the event begin play. We'll find the command again here, just and what this command does is just the visual effect. So I have this gimmick that there are, so I call it NCS, that are non-combat skills. So every character has his own non-combat skills, and you can interact with items through that in the world. So there's the first character you have, Naris, can cut roots from chests or doorways and open them like that. And then another one character that comes late into the game can pick locks. So, and then when you use the non-combat skills, then you get XP and you can level up this skill, and then you can get through or open up chests that have content that have bigger worth and things like that. So when you come to chests with roots, you see the roots at the chest here, as long as you didn't cut them off yet, or you see a lock, and you see now here that's the default value that is saved in the save file. So here the roots, they are not clicked on. That means you have to get rid of the roots first if you want to open the chest. This chest here has no lock, so you can get to the item in it with that. And that's kind of what it is. I don't want to go into these commands right now. These commands will, like I said, they're just adding the roots to the chest or not, depending on if this pawn is marked or not. And that's actually all we do here. Then here we have there is a chest 21 here. That's the trigger volume. We put this over here, and like I said yesterday, but did I just add two? How did that happen? Something is not right here. Let's see. Just 22. How did that happen? Yeah, anyway, here's 0. Like I said, this is a trigger volume here. If your player character steps into it, it triggers the event you gave to the trigger volume. So you step in and you trigger this event here. Actor begin overlap. There is also an event for when you step out of it, but actually for this, for the chests, that's like actually not necessary, because you jump into another map where a follow-up event will happen. So So what happens here is the movement of the player will stop. I don't know why this is here. One moment. Yeah. Yeah. And this is this necessary here? Yeah, whatever. Let's go on. Then here it will take from the save file the chest number. Chest number is not 20 anymore, it's 21. The waypoint, we can ignore that. That's more or less a bug fix. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's a thing that works, sometimes not. Then there is no lockpick, so the lockpick level, and then NCS level here, that's the non-combat skill level, how high it has to be, so you can open up the chest. This chest has not very something, has just some common items in it, so I will tune down the level to 3, which shouldn't be a problem if you play the game and you're at this point. Then here is a save, and then here a lot of things happens. When your level is too low, then this one here puts extra dialogue on the UI that says, I'm sorry, I can't open the chest right now. So that's when this boolean is false here. If false, it goes to the widget. True, it goes up. I have to see what. Yeah, that's not really important. That was just for the beginning. In the intro, the character wasn't with you. That had the non-combat ability, so I had to put that in for the first chest, and because I just copy and paste everything here, it's still in it, so don't worry about that. And I just realized this one is needed actually. What happens when you overlap, then you can just walk away from the overlap, and then the normal HUD widget pops up, and if you have a text like here where she says I can't open it, this one will disappear. Then we have here very simple, is this chest already looted? When it's looted, then nothing happens actually, because it's already looted. If it's not looted, it goes to the roots. Are the roots still on the chest? So if the roots are still on the chest, it's false. So you go here, and you will get to another. It opens another level. I come to that other level again, and if not, we go to the lockpick, and here it's the because we don't have this character yet who can lockpick. I didn't go too far here. It just says, yeah, I don't have this ability, so the player gets notified by a dialogue, and then up here something similar happens like with the roots. No, not necessary to go into that. What I have to do is to change these two commands, because they are for chest number 20 and this is chest number 21. Oh. So I get this command, this boolean here from the save file. Now roots is up here, and the other one is here. So actually, if you see this branch, then the game will just ask the variable you saved in the the save file, is this true or false? So did this chest already got looted or not? And then you can decide what happens after that. Like I said, if it's looted, nothing happens, so there's no reaction because you can't interact anymore with the chest. And I think that's everything you have to do here. Then I have to go to HUD, events, and I have here a event. Have to open up here. There are some dialog options that will pop up. So what happens here is already in the next map, in the event map that will open up when you go near a chest. One moment. Yeah, okay. And what we have here is every chest that so far is in the game. And let's copy this one here. Where is the so here this is again the chest number, and we defined here when you step on the trigger volume, the chest number will change to 21. And here we get the chest number again from the save file, and if the chest number is equal 21, we go to this branch. Yeah, it's true. Then we get rid of the roots, set the roots, and press this OK. So then the roots will get saved, but they're now deleted from the chest. So roots off here, command. Then here that's the experience points you get getting rid of the roots. They also come from the save file, so answer 6p plus 1, and then we set it. So that's the how much you have right now. Then you add 1, and then that's the new value. Then here we have the log. We need again 21, not 20. So now we don't have false. In this chest there is no lock, so in this chest has a lock, so it will jump to another command in the line later. So but like I said, this one has no lock, so you can actually open up the chest after you got rid of the roots. And so that means default value, yes, so it's true. We create a widget. I will come back to this widget in a moment. Then here we tell the game that we now have looted the chest. And 21 set looted here. And then these two settings, they kind of define some animations, so they're not that important right now. And then, I mean, how should I say, when you open up a chest, it's just an animation that happens, that's all. And they're defined by two values. I know the names here right now, they don't make sense, because I took the these variables from the combat command, and instead of making a new variable extra for this command, I just took the things from the combat, because we are not in combat here, so it won't interfere with each other. And then here it's just this command here goes to the parameters that I gave my character. And that's just to see if you will reach a new level with the new XP amount. I also won't go too deep into that on here. What I now want to do is this widget. And I will make a new one for that. I'm pretty sure it's here. Yes, okay, let's see let's duplicate this one. Flask. Yeah, I'm not so happy because it kinda seems like Streamlabs uses up a lot of resources here. Okay, so what happens here is when you come here, then you add this widget to the UI. So for the player, this image will pop up, and then you get a new item that's correct. Then we don't get tomatoes, we get flask, sized flask, and 5 times because they are quite cheap. Then this is wrong. This is material for crafting. So what happens now is, as soon as the player presses OK, we go to this command here. You see on pressed button, and instead of tomatoes we get the flask. I think that's 706. Yeah. Maybe I should write empty. And 706 get. So again, it's the same like with the XP. This is the amount of empty flask you have at the moment. Then we add 5 to it. And the result goes in here, and then we have our new value. What you now also need, and I wonder why I didn't do that in the other one, is empty. Is another command here, another button we have to tell yes. And the problem is if you this is just a small thing here, but in your item list, if you don't have an empty flask, then you won't see it in your it won't be visible in your item list. So if this is the first time you get this item, then I have to give this extra button here telling it yes, I got this item, and then it will be, from that point on, it will be always visible in the item list, even if it's 0, because you had already this item. I think you could also do it with the number, if you want to, that if you have 0 of something, then you can say it's equals 0, then the item is not visible in the item list. If it's higher, it's visible. But I do it like this, so it's still so even if you used up all the items, it will be still visible in the item list. It's just how you want to do it. And then the game will save. It will just save this one here, and then it will create the loading widget to tell the player, yeah, the game is loading, because we open now the new level. And this is the map name. We also get that from the save file, and when we go to the sewer map, this is the level name here. We gave the level name here sewer E6, and the level name will then overwrite the map name in the save file and save it, so sewer 6. So when we jump into the event map where we open up the chest, the game remembers through the save file in which map we actually were. So if we go back after the player confirmed here by pressing OK, we jump back to the map we already were, and so that's for that. And we have to do one last thing, and for that we have to actually jump into the event level. I know this is extremely complicated for just getting this chest, but that's just how I build it up, because every time you open up a chest, if you have played the game, you already know kind of what happens. I don't want to go in detail what happens when you open up a chest and what extra things you can do there. So it's kind of quite complicated how I do it. Also, what makes it a lot more complicated is with the non-combat skills, that you need these non-combat skills. I mean, if you just have chests or box items or boxes or something like that, and you don't need any of this extra stuff, it's a lot simpler. You actually probably need just one ball that tells you is it looted or not. And this is the event map. What you see here is I still have it default. I have to make different maps. So I have to make different maps for the location you are. But so far it's only default. What we have to do here is going to the blueprint, the level blueprint. No, oh, okay, yeah. So there are two commands here. I don't want to go too much into it, I think. So we have to, again, event tick and normal events I explained in the last video. So I will only explain short. Event begin in play. These things just happens once. When you load the map, it will happen. It will do it once. So this is like for spawning characters and things like that. And event tick, every time the command is finished, it will go back again and do it again and again and again and again. So you can kind of make changing things that should change here. What you have here, what changes, it's actually the same thing I did in the event map for the, not in the event map, I'm sorry, in the world map. Where is it? Up here. Oh, come on. And it's just a visual thing that you see the roots or the log, or you don't see them. So we again have the chest number, then we need the bone, get roots, get the log, put 21 here and here. So it's kind of the same command structure I showed you at the beginning. And then here are some just changing cameras for the animations that happen. And then we also have this one here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I only need this one here down. What I'm doing here is if I have a chest that there are two events that happens, like if I have a chest with roots or if I have a chest with log, or if I have both. or so here I tell so here I ask the game, yeah, do we have cut off the roots? Then yes, the roots and the roots are still there, so yes, we have to. And then we have here a lengthy event that happens. It's mostly animation. Here it's some equipment that change. The character will take her sword out because she has to cut off the roots. Then the widgets will be removed and we get actually to the UI we did to this UI here. That's actually all. Yeah, I think, and with that, that's enough. I'm pretty sure this was extremely complicated, absolutely, if you don't understand anything about Unreal Engine. And because I made it myself quite complicated with all the extra things here. But maybe, like I always say, these videos are not for step by... Oh, that's always good. Yeah, of course. This videos are not step-by-step tutorials or anything like that. These are more kind of maybe to give you ideas how you can do something or anything like that if you work in Unreal Engine. And with that, thank you for watching.